Jess, thanks so much. Today we're talking fat loss and ways to get the best result with the least amount of effort. Director and personal trainer Eric Stratman from Phat Health joining us live this morning. Eric, happy November. You haven't been in studio in a while.
I
We
know.
missed you.
Hey, it's good to be back. I'm excited to be in here with you guys. And you know, this is that time of year that everybody says, hey, you know what, how many pounds can we pack on? It is my chore to figure out how many holiday parties, Thanksgiving coming up. Let's do that.
Yeah, I'm super excited about eating. But before that, Jeff and I have been working out every day so far in November.
If you can't tell at home, I mean, just saying.
All
And
gains.
It's the 6th.
It's the 6th.
So there's 5 workouts because there wasn't one today, right?
No, not yet.
Not yet, not yet. It's a bit early. But I'm really interested to hear about this minimal effort thing because the way that my workouts have been going, I'm just in constant pain. What's going on?
Take it easy. That's the thing. You know, I mean, too many of us jump into that, that routine and say, okay, I got to give it everything, and then they're like, I'm crippled. I don't want to keep doing it to myself mentally. So that's something huge, and taking it easy. And as we look at, that we have our pyramid that we put together here, and our base is calorie deficit. That's your foundation of your pyramid when you look at what are you trying to accomplish. But as we've talked about in the past, it's not eating too little. When people hear calorie deficit, they're thinking, I'm not eating anything. But that's really that multiplier of 12 of your body weight and saying, okay, that's my ceiling. That's about where I want to be, not, eating 500 calories a day and that's where it is. But, when we move up this pyramid, you're going to see that protein is going to be the next piece of that. So if you're getting 30 to 35% of your calories in protein and leading, when you think about your snacks and your meals, if you're leading with protein and you're getting an efficient amount, it not only supports lean muscle mass, but what's going to happen is you're going to be more satiated. So we go into these Thanksgiving, these parties, you're taking in the protein first. You're going, metabolically it's beneficial because it takes more energy for your body to break it down, but you also have the benefit that you're getting full and you're not saying, okay, I'm starting off with the sweet potato, casserole. Not that we don't want to, but Thanksgiving Day, man, go bananas. It's time. We don't even talk about cheating. It's saying, okay, you're going to overachieve that day. Hey, do it. As long as it's not days and days and weeks, together. But you're talking about your arms are like noodles. You're thinking, okay,
I cannot straighten out my left arm still.
I can't put my arms up. It's putting them down, right? But it's a resistance training is the most effective exercise you can do even before cardio, because looking at our pyramid, cardio is our last piece. So because sleep even comes more of a priority than cardio. You got people who are like, I'm going to work out, so I'm going to get up 2 hours early and do these long workouts. Well, if you're getting 5 or 6 hours of sleep, you're not giving your body that time to rest, and you can actually go backwards and take those steps backwards with your, the results you're looking for. So it's really just focusing on, being mindful of what you're eating and making sure that you're getting the rest that you need.
I'm curious about this as well, because I think, if you're in the gym or anybody that's out there right now, as you're returning to the gyms, you see a lot of people that you might see from a distance, say they look like they're in shape.
Right.
And at the end of these workouts, generally you see them go, it's gonna be an hour, hour and a half, hitting the weights, doing some resistance training, then they hit the cardio at the end. And that's pretty key too, right? Hitting that cardio at the end after your long workout.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you look at your blood sugar and your energy, if you are lifting your weights first, you have that blood sugar is high, the glycogen in the muscle, you're able to perform. And then at the end, when you're hitting your cardio, that's when you're going to have the most out of it. And yes, there is, some data saying your blood sugar is dropping, so you're able to burn more fat. But when you look at energy expenditure and you're trying to get the most out of your workouts, you think about, if I go for a run first and then try to lift weights, it's tired. I like to have people think about that mindset. If you live within a few miles of your gym, it's like you could lift weights and then jog home. But could you jog there and go, okay, I'm going to get a good weightlifting workout? Yeah. It's just not going to happen.
Sure.
Eric, thank you so much. I know you're sticking around for
Yeah.
another hour. Eric Stratman, Phat Health, joining us. Stick around, though. Coming up after the break, another guest in studio. More in the morning. We'll be right back. All right, today we're talking about fat loss and ways to get the best result with the least amount of effort.
Love that.
Director, personal trainer Eric Stratman from Phat Health joining us this morning on this Saturday. I think the key word there, and a little bit of joking here, is minimal effort or
less effort.
Less equals
I know there's a little bit more
more.
that goes into this as well.
Yeah.
But so that's kind of why we need you to explain it.
Well, you got to have that focused effort, right? So you want to know that you have this ability that if you're armed with knowing what it is, right, your results are endless. So just taking the time to understand, okay, where are your calories at? What kind of activity are you doing? Where's your sleep at? How much water are you drinking? I mean, these things are going to make a huge difference in the results you're getting. And as we look at our our fat loss pyramid and we say, okay, what's the most important thing? If we look at the foundation, we're going to say calorie deficit, which everybody focuses on. But when they think calorie deficit, they think I've got to eat as little as possible to get the best results, and then that down regulates your metabolism. You go bananas. What we were talking about before, like, hey, I haven't eaten bad, I haven't had a dessert, I go to the gym, I work out, and then you binge and you're like, I can't have it. Like, enjoy your life. Like, have the calories you need to have, because even if you're at a calorie deficit, if you start at 12 times your goal weight, when you look at your calories, or if I'm saying, hey, I'm 200 pounds and that's going to be 2,400 calories, that's a lot of calories to say, okay, well, that's my calorie deficit. And you start there and you're able to enjoy the food you like. And if you have a day that, as we talk about overachieving, there's no cheating, then that gives you an opportunity to put yourself in a position to be successful. But, I know you're a little sore from your workouts, and, we look at, resistance training is way more effective than any cardio training. When you talk about fat loss, because we're talking about, maximizing lean muscle mass, but then allowing our metabolism to function as high as it can. So that's really where it is leveraging that time. It doesn't mean you have to go in the gym for an hour and a half. We're talking about 15, 20 minutes a few times a week is going to be very, very effective.
You're saying sore from your workout. I was talking about Anissa.
Yes.
Just pointing that out.
Well, because we know that you're just like Hercules. But yes, I have been working out when I do not usually. And I did some arms the other day, and I've got noodle arms now.
Noodle arms.
But you were I think it's important that you mentioned the balance part of it, because I've been feeling kind of bad. I'll go work out, but then I go home and immediately I'm like, pasta.
Yeah, pasta. But you can, if that's part of your calorie balance, that's fine. I mean, you can have pasta. It's not going, okay, I can't have pasta, I can't have pizza, I can't have barbecue. Like, have those things. They all have some type of calorie value, and working it into what your calorie budget is for the day is key, not saying, okay, well, I'm just going to think that I got to have brown rice and chicken and broccoli and that's all I can eat. And going back to your point of saying, okay, I work out, I feel bad, it's really taking that easy, because if you go into your new workout regimen and saying, okay, I'm going to do it, you said you're going to work out every day in November. Awesome. Just give some type of effort that is not pushing the limit, because mentally, that process happens and you're like, I'm going to hurt myself again. Like, it's going to hurt and I'm going to be sore for 3 days. Like, just do enough that, you feel it, but let's just build up, build that capacity. Don't work out like, hey, what I used to do in high school or college or when I was playing a sport. Like, that's the wrong approach. It's just taking it easy, because that 1% better every day makes such a huge difference. 1% better every day, you're 37 times better at the end of the year. So making that 1% instead of going 100% for a week and then going, okay, I'm out of here, or a month, and January's coming up, so we'll see how that goes for everyone.
Right.
And listen to your body. If you need the rest day, you take the rest day, you hop back in the next day, or enjoy the weekend. All right, Eric Stratman joining us from Phat Health. Thanks so much. Approaching 7:20 this morning. More in the morning. We'll be right back.